Hello and welcome. This is your boy Ghost Geek Top on the microphone. Something big is gonna happen. But before we get to that, uh, I share a lot of people's sentiments, and it's not pretty. To be honest, it isn't pretty. Um, since when has Star Wars become gay? Uh, Sorry for having to say that, but it's really, really, really disturbing. I mean, and who is that person? Charmin Obaichinoi. Why did Disney now destroy something that belongs to us? I mean, it's weird. It's very, very weird. Uh, it really, really, really tingled my fancy and very distressing at the same time. I mean, how did we get here with Star Wars? Now, I know a lot of people are gonna bash me for this either way. Um, I don't mind. But the only thing that really, really bothers me is Star Wars. Oh, wait, hold on. Not just Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. And yeah, just Disney Star Wars. It's it's really, really bothering me. I mean, I love everything that Star Wars really, really came to be. I mean, it was something magical. Like, really, really, really magical. We had something good on our hands. And then here we are in this weird thing that Star Wars has become thanks to Disney. Now, don't get me wrong. Disney has created a lot of things, a lot of good magical things. But with Star Wars, man, uh, I've spent months. I've spent like months of having to follow what Star Wars has become. I mean, we've had Bob Iger come in. I mean, Bob Iger. Uh, who else? Charmin Obaichinoi.
Make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
I mean, that is the most weirdest plague that I saw or I've seen in a human. I don't know, maybe, but for all of you that really, really agree with me, do you think that Disney Star Wars had something going in their head? I mean, who would get a documentary filmmaker to direct or be in charge of a huge franchise such as Star Wars? Like Star Wars? I mean, Star Wars. You have the Jedi. You have the Sith. You have the clones, the Death Star, everything that is canon from the Empire Strikes Back to the Sith Returns. Uh, I mean, what happened for us to get here? It's weird. It's very, very weird. And now, I don't know, The Mandalorian. Okay, the first two seasons of The Mandalorian was good. Uh, I watched the entirety of the the series from season one to season two. to season three. And I think the biggest problem with season three that I had is, well, most of you know her. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's been there. And why? I've watched Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fair, to be honest, but something is missing in Disney's iteration of Star Wars. I well, I've seen a lot of Ahsoka, which I've at first I thought it was good, but something was in the cracks. And then we have the Acolyte. To all people that have watched it, that have watched the Acolyte, I've seen the comments. But in honest truth speaking, do y'all think that Disney had the rights to do something of an IP as Star Wars? Not only change everything, change the lore. Doing a character, I know double characters have been done before, which is good, but a one dimensional character that is done by Amandla Stenberg. Amandla Stenberg. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, fine. I watched The Hate You Give. I was panned by it. I don't know. Maybe she gave a bit of charisma ish kind of thing there. But the Acolyte, come on. Like, she is as stoic can be. I mean, I'd be trapped in a freezer, a roomy freezer with her, and she'd still give me the same look. I'd be freaked out by it. I mean, why? Why, Amanda Stenberg? Why? And what makes it even worse is that you have a diss track. A diss track. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload it. I will, but I've seen it, and man, I cannot even say it because I'm weirded by it. It's cringe. I mean, why have someone like Amanda Stenberg, who is, for all amount of reason, half black, which we're not sure if something is missing there, and half Caucasian because her daddy is Danish. Now, in all of this, that is very, very intriguingly disturbing about Amanda Stenberg. And I know for some of you that it's going to be a little weird. You might actually agree with me. Amanda Stenberg. Amanda Stenberg. The name that signals power in isiZulu is Xhosa. Why? Why disfigure it in something like that, but still paint the picture of you being oppressed, but your daddy being Danish is a very, very questionable move. You cry oppression, you cry being black, you cry discourse, and you make the discourse about poverty and everything black. But out of those four, Are you all of them? Are you all of them? So, I don't know. I really don't know. Not to say that I hate her, she's good, but I don't think the Star Wars franchise is made for her. I don't. I really, really, really don't. Now, I'm not gonna watch The Acolyte because, well, we've seen the ratings. We've seen how Disney has come out and backlashed everything that the lore nerds have made it to be. I care about lore. Hey, everything that I say, the storytelling, lore. I do not discount lore. I do not oppress lore. I make lore for lore's sake. I don't I don't expunge lore because lore makes everything right. Fine, you can if say Charmine was still around. Not to say that she has to do another Star Wars project. She can do something along her field. Do not disturb lore. Lore makes everything work. Lore makes everything work. You listen to me, Charmine Obaid Chinoy, and everyone that has made Disney what it is and Star Wars as it is. You don't disturb lore. Because if you disturb lore, you're making everything that we, the nerds, care about lore. And that is wrong. So, I don't know. Disney has to fix something, but hey, the wheels of the wagon have fallen way off grace. Who are we to say? But we will fight for what is right, and that is lore. I think that should be a part of the MGM slogan, lore for lore's sake. I mean, that would be good. Um, I might touch on this a lot more. It's something that's pretty oppressing to me. Man, I I I love lore. I really, really do. And everything that matters in my in the anime that I've watched, in the comic books that I've read, in the cartoons that I've seen, lore matters. Lore matters. And for someone like them at Disney Star Wars to change everything, and then we have Amandla Stenberg come out with a diss track and say that she is oppressed, but her half ethnicity is changing, is not changing, is discrediting what she has said. Don't you think that's a little weird? I mean, it would be like getting a gift bag and expecting uh, gifts. But when you receive gifts, and that's someone that gives you a gift and says, psych, that's not what's in the bag. I don't think so. So, for everyone that has been doing everything like this, Amandla to you. For the people at Disney Star Wars, you guys have gone way too far. But what can we say? As long as we get fun laughing at y'all and discrediting what you guys have done, it's okay for me. I wake up way early in the morning and check YouTube and see all of this targeting gay Star Wars. Go scratch that. Disney gay Star Wars. And I laugh. Why? Because Disney Star Wars is a plague. Kathleen Kennedy is a plague. Leslie Headland is a plague. Amandla Stenberg is a plague. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many is a plague.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of
And I am gonna do everything that is and berate Disney Star Wars for berating us. So I'm really sickened by Disney Star Wars. And thank God I didn't watch The Acolyte. I would have vomited 10 times over and 100 times on top of that. So thank God. But anyway, that was my rant. Like I said, there's something big happening. It's gonna be good. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. There will be more. I will join the discords and everybody like Mike Zero, uh, uh, Amala Ekopunobi, uh, uh, yeah, all of them. I will join them and have a field day on making sure that Disney Star Wars is ridiculed for what they have done. But until then, like I said, something big is happening. I am very excited. There's a lot of content that I'll be doing. There's a lot of rantings that I'm going to be doing. There's a lot of joint discords that I'll be making fun of Disney Star Wars. So sit tight, folks. This is going to be one hell of a ride. So until then, Geek Ghost Top signing out. And beware Disney Star Wars. Y'all guys are not off the hook. You hear me? Y'all guys are not off the hook. See you guys.